Hello dear children and welcome everybody to the class of science, and we are discussing chapter number 13, magnetic effect of electric current. In the previous video lesson we discussed about the nature of the magnetic field around a closed circular loop and also the nature of magnetic field around a solenoid. In today's video lesson we are going to discuss about the force experienced by a current carrying conductor when it is placed in a magnetic field. Is it sounding very hardcore? Let us understand. It's very easy concept. Dear children, Andre Marie Ampere, he suggested that if we keep a conductor which carry electric current in a strong magnetic field in such a manner that the conductor is not parallel to the magnetic field, then the conductor experiences a force. Now you all are aware that when we apply force on any object, then and only then it experiences a force. It moves from one place to other place. That is because of the application of the force. But suppose if we just pass electric current through the conductor remains stationary. It doesn't move. But the same conductor, if you place in a magnetic field, and the conductor should be a current carrying conductor, then the conductor experiences a force and the conductor moves. This is called as force acting on a conductor which carry electric current, and this is possible only when it is placed in a magnetic field. So let me just make you understand this. Suppose say we will take an aluminium rod and we will place this aluminium rod horizontally with the help of the wire between the poles of a horseshoe magnet. Why have we not taken a bar magnet? Because the magnetic field produced by a horseshoe magnet is a strong magnetic field. And then we pass current through this aluminium rod, then we will observe that the aluminium rod will get displaced because it will experience a force. So can you see this assembly? We have taken aluminium rod and named the aluminium rod as AB, and when we pass electric current through this aluminium rod with the help of the wire which is connected to this aluminium rod, and the aluminium rod is placed in a strong magnetic field of a horseshoe magnet, then the aluminium rod will move inside this magnetic field. It will experience a force. Let us understand this in detail, children. So this is the assembly which I showed you in the previous slide. We have taken an aluminium rod. This is aluminium rod. It is actually in the form of a sheet here. Alright, and this is connected with the help of the wire to a battery and a tap key. Alright, just see here, this is a symbol for the tap key. We will place this aluminium sheet or aluminium rod in a strong magnetic field, and please keep a note like how we have kept this horseshoe magnet. The south pole is above the rod and the north pole is below the rod, and the magnetic field is produced between these two poles, and there we have attached or kept this aluminium rod. Now when you tap the key, the circuit gets closed and therefore the electric current will start flowing through the circuit. Look at the direction of the flow of electric current. It's flowing through the rod and the circuit gets completed in this manner. The moment current passes through this assembly, you will observe that this aluminium rod, it gets displaced. It moves in the left side. Can you observe this? Earlier it was straight, and now when you pass electric current, the aluminium rod gets displaced. It's moved. Now why it is happening so, children? In the very first video lesson we have studied that a current carrying conductor produces magnetic field around it. You remember this? Okay. Then the aluminium rod will also produce a magnetic field around it. At the same time, we have kept a horseshoe magnet there. it has its own magnetic field. Now the magnetic field of the aluminum rod and the magnetic field of the horseshoe magnet, two magnetic fields acts like two magnets. And suppose if we bring the like poles of the magnet towards each other, they'll repel. And if we bring the opposite poles of the magnet towards each other, they'll attract. Now here in this case, since the two magnetic field acts as two magnets, therefore this aluminum rod is experiencing a force. Either it will move towards the magnetic field or it will move away from the magnetic field, and that's the reason it will move. Alright, this is why it experiences a force. Alright children, now what will happen if we change the direction of the current flowing through this circuit? Look over here, we have changed the polarity of the battery. Now the current will flow in opposite direction like this. Alright, in the previous case, if you remember, it was in the other direction. Here it is like this. Now we'll tap the key. That means we have closed the circuit, isn't it? And after closing the circuit only, the current will start flowing through the conductor. Now here you will observe that the conductor, it experiences a force in the other direction. In the previous example or in the previous case, it was towards the left, and here it is towards the right if you observe. Alright, so by changing the direction of flow of current, the force experienced by the conductor also changes its direction. Okay, so just see both the cases together. In the first case, look at the polarity of the battery. In the other case, look at the polarity of the battery. In both the cases, the direction of the flow of electric current is different. So in the first case, look at this. The aluminum rod moves in the left side, whereas in the other case, it is moving towards the right. So this shows that as you change the direction of flow of electric current, the direction of the force experienced by the current carrying conductor also changes. Now let's see the next case. Now what we will do? Look at the first figure, children. Look at the polarity of the horseshoe magnet. South pole, it is towards the up, north towards the down. Now we have changed the direction of the magnetic field. You all are aware that magnetic field, the direction of magnetic field lines are always from north to south. Now in the second figure, if you observe, we have changed the direction of magnetic field. Now here the south pole is towards the bottom and the north pole is, towards the up direction of the conductor. Now in such case, what will happen? The polarity of the battery in both the cases is absolutely similar. Only we have changed the direction of the magnetic field. You will observe that as you change the direction of the magnetic field, then also the current carrying conductor experience a force. So the current carrying conductor experience a force by changing the direction of current and by changing the direction of magnetic field. So we will sum up it in this manner. The direction of the force is reversed when the direction of current through the conductor is reversed. Then what did we observe in the second case? The direction of force is reversed when the direction of magnetic field is reversed, or if the direction of the magnetic field is changed. Next, this is very important point, that the force exerted on the current carrying conductor is maximum if the conductor is perpendicular to the magnetic field. Suppose that we have taken a horseshoe magnet, and if the conductor is placed perpendicular in the that magnetic field of the horseshoe magnet, then in that case the conductor will experience maximum force. So the figure is drawn for you. A horseshoe magnet is kept. Inside that you can see this conductor, and the conductor is perpendicular to the magnetic field. The direction of magnetic field is from north to south, and the conductor is placed perpendicular in the magnetic field, and at this position, when you pass current through this conductor, it experiences maximum force. At this position, the conductor will move maximum into the magnetic field. Alright, now suppose if I want to find out what will be the direction in which the current carrying conductor is moving in the magnetic field. So the direction of force of the current carrying conductor in the magnetic field is given by Fleming's left hand rule. Now what is this Fleming's left hand rule? Let us understand. The rule states that if we hold the thumb, the forefinger and the middle finger of the left hand perpendicular to each other. So your left hand you have to hold in this manner. All the three fingers are perpendicular to each other. So the thumb, the forefinger and the middle finger are perpendicular to each other in such a manner that the forefinger is in the direction of magnetic field and the middle finger is in the direction of the current. Then the thumb will always give you the direction of the force experienced by the conductor. So here you can see the figure there. Three fingers are stretched in such a manner that they are mutually perpendicular to each other. Then if the forefinger shows the direction of magnetic field and the middle finger shows the direction of current, then the thumb will always give us the direction in which the force is experienced by a current carrying conductor. So here is a better idea. Look at this. Two magnets are kept which produces a magnetic field. So there a conductor is also placed. So the direction of current is shown by the middle finger, and look at your forefinger. It is in the direction of magnetic field from north to south, and in that direction the forefinger is held. So the thumb will give you the direction of force experienced by the conductor, and in this case the thumb is in the upward direction, so the conductor will move up. Alright, so in this case, in this way we can find out the direction in which the force is experienced by a current carrying conductor. Alright children, so I hope you understood this concept. It is an easy concept, but we will be using this concept in the next video lesson. So I want all of you to be very thorough with Fleming's left hand rule, because we are going to use this. Alright, so please revise the whole topic once again. Please understand this concept of force experienced by a current carrying conductor, and in the next video lesson see you all with a new topic. Till then, bye and take care.